Hello people, it's Gino here from realeverydayenglish.com. Welcome to today's lesson, which is called English in a Flash. And as we go through today's examples, you'll see exactly why. Let's do this. Happy Sunday, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, then you might want to make the decision to subscribe, if you like the content that is. And if you do like the content and you do make the decision to subscribe to the channel, then make sure you hit the little bell notification at the side, and that way you'll never miss a free upload. So, English in a Flash. What is it all about? Basically, I'm going to be teaching you some of the most common phrases that I hear on a daily basis here in Northern England that contain the word flash. So let's get on with that. So before we jump into the actual examples, I'm going to tell you the two main definitions of the word flash. So the first one is to shine in a brief or intermittent way. So a light, okay? So if a light comes on and off really quickly, you would say that the light flashed, all right? Or you could say there was a flash of lightning in the sky. But equally, if a light is going on, off, intermittently, then you would say that the light is flashing, okay? And the second definition, or the most common definition that I hear it used, is when you are taking a photograph with a camera and it's dark, the light that flashes from the camera is called the flash, okay? So if you were taking a picture at night, you'll say to somebody, make sure you've got your flash on, and it means make sure you've got it switched on. So number one today is the phrase flashback. Okay, now this is used all over the English speaking world. It's not localized to England at all. And basically, to have a flashback means to recall or remember something, okay? So for example, if you see something that reminds you of something from your childhood, you could say something like, oh, I had a flashback to my childhood then, and it just means I recalled or I remembered my childhood. But there's also another way that we use the word flashback, or the phrase flashback, should I say, and that is to refer to a particular experience. And usually when something has happened and you can't recall the events, and then later on you remember it. Now, you'll hear this used all the time after, for example, when someone has had an accident. So if somebody's had an accident and they've bumped their head, and quite often, immediately after the accident, people can't recall exactly what happened. And then in the months and the weeks that follow after that, they start to have these flashbacks. And that is an experience where you are recalling something that you couldn't remember previously. Number two today is, it's actually two rolled into one, okay? So the first one is in a flash, and the second one is quick as a flash. Both of these mean just extremely quickly, okay? So to give you an example, if my daughter is going out without me, I could say to her, listen, if you need me for anything, just ring me and I'll be there as quick as a flash. And it means really quickly. Number three is the phrase newsflash. Now, we use the phrase newsflash to express that an important piece of news has interrupted another program or radio show, TV or radio show, okay? So for example, I could say something like, I was listening to my favourite radio show on the way to work when it was interrupted by a news flash because something had happened. But you'll also hear this used sarcastically as well, okay? So if I'm having a bit of banter with my friend, and my friend could come to me and say, oh, Gino, I'm starting to go bald at the top of my head there, mate. And I could say, newsflash, you've been going bald for 10 years, pal. Number four, we use the word flash to express a sudden occurrence of something, or sudden or brief occurrence of something. For example, if somebody has a business and the business isn't doing too well, and then all of a sudden they have this fantastic idea and they turn the business around so it starts to do really well, you could say that the owner had a flash of genius, and it means a sudden occurrence of genius, a flash. Number five and number six are quite similar but different, okay? So number five, we use the word flash to mean stylish or expensive, all right? So if my friend has bought a new car and then he comes to show me the new car, I could say, oh, I'll get you in your flash new car, and it means stylish or expensive. Number six, We use the word flash to express, to describe, not express, to describe a person who shows off about being wealthy, okay? So they like to put it on display that they've got these very expensive clothes, very expensive car. So you'll often hear the phrase, oh, he's a bit flash, and it means he's a bit of a show off with his money. Number 7, which is actually the last one for today, but it's probably the funniest one that is on this list. So we use the word flash as a verb, okay? So if someone flashes someone else, it means that they expose themselves indecently, okay? So if a guy, for example, is stood at the side of the road and he's flashing his genitals at people, you would say he's flashing people at the side of the road. It means to expose yourself indecently. That is it for today's video, people. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to share it with your English learning friends. And until the next video, take care. See you people soon. God bless. Bye bye. Ciao.